is my birthday and we are going book shopping. Technically, it is not actually my birthday today. It is my best friend Kalani's birthday today. So if you're watching this, happy birthday. But tomorrow is my birthday. I just know I wouldn't have time to film this intro tomorrow, so I wanted to do it today, but let's pretend like today is my birthday. So I've actually been on a book buying ban for 3 months and I decided I wanted to end it on my birthday, November 13th. And it has been the hardest 3 months of my life. Obviously that's a joke. It's actually been kind of nice not buying books, and it has really shown me that I was having like kind of a problem buying books before, because I would just like buy books if I was even slightly interested in them. And now like I've still gone to bookstores and like not bought books, but I realized like I don't even have the urge to buy a lot of books anymore. I just kind of want to buy like the sequels to some books I've been reading and some other random books. I have like a whole list of books, honestly, that I want to buy. In the haul portion of this video, I would love to be able to show you 10 books that I bought. I do have 2 books coming in the mail that are going to get here tomorrow that I'm very excited about. So I'll have those, and then I'm going to Half Price Books with my friend Faith. I'll probably go to Barnes too, but we shall see. I kind of have a packed day tomorrow. I'm going to work, and then I'm going book shopping, and then I'm going to dinner with my family. So kind of got a lot going on, so we'll see if I end up making it to Barnes. But I'm so excited. So before I started this book buying ban, I had over 150 unread books in my collection, which is kind of crazy, I know. But honestly, not as bad as other people, so. But it's no excuse. I had 150 plus books that I had not yet read. And I just counted up all the books on my physical TBR, and I now have 98 unread books. So I think I did pretty well in these last 3 months. I read a ton of books, and then I got rid of a few books I gave to like little libraries and Half Price Books and stuff. So overall, I think it was a successful 3 months of no buying books, and I don't know if I'll ever do that again, but I think I will definitely be more strict from here on out on what I'm buying books wise. But that's all I have for you right now. The next time I see you, I will be at the bookstore, and I'm so excited. Very much time for me to show you all the books I got. I have 9 books to show you in total. I have 3 from Barnes & Noble, which I bought with a gift card that my husband got for me. Thank you, Elijah, for that. And then I got 4 from Half Price Books with some money that my family sent me. And then I got 2 books from Amazon that I bought for myself for my birthday. So I'm very excited. I can't believe I'm able to buy books now. It's the best thing ever. It felt so good just to like browse and know that I could actually pick up some books. It was wild. But first I'm gonna show you the 3 books I got from Barnes & Noble. The first one is called The Last Dragon King. This is by Leah Stone. I read an entire trilogy by her earlier this year and I loved it so much. I read it so fast. I read it in like just a few days. It was so fun and so bingeable, and I've just been waiting to buy this one. I actually don't know what this is about. I literally only bought, ooh, look at this. That's cool. I only wanted it because I knew I loved the other trilogy and it was so much fun that I really feel like I'm gonna like this. And let's just read the back together, shall we? It says 18-year-old Arwen Novikson has magic, but just barely. So when the Dragon King announces his search for a wife, Arwen knows she won't be in the running, as the king needs someone who has enough dragon magic to produce a strong heir. But much to her shock, when the magic sniffers visit her small village, they command her to present herself at the king's castle as a possible wife. This should be a dream come true opportunity for Arwen, but before going, she learns a terrifying secret about the strength of her magic, and if the king ever discovered the truth, he would have every reason to kill Arwen himself. Protecting herself becomes more and more challenging as her magic and her feelings for the king grow, especially as she must watch him court other women. Arwen can't help but fall for the charming, empathetic Dragon King, but she knows being together would put everyone in danger, herself, the king, and everyone with dragon magic. With the magical war brewing, Arwen must decide how much she is willing to risk and how much she is willing to sacrifice for love. I literally had no idea what this is about. This kind of sounds like a deal with the Elf King a little bit, but this is YA, so I'm really hoping it doesn't have any spice in it. It has like these cool pictures throughout it. This is the first book in the series. I don't know how many there are, but all of her books are just really short and really bingeable. I'm so excited for this one. The next book I got is Gravity Lost. This is by LM Sagas. It has one of the coolest covers I've ever seen. Even Elijah saw it and he was like, whoa, no, that's a cool cover. And I was like, yeah, it is. This is book number 2 in the Ambit's Run series. It is just a really fun series about like this group of people who are going on this mission. I have to reread the first book, which is Cascade Failure. I read it a few months ago and I just lost all memory of what it's actually about. But I know I loved it. Like when I think of it, it brings forth good, fun feelings. So I know I love it and I've just been waiting to buy this one. I'm so happy I have it. That perfectly describes it. And finally, I have been wanting to continue my Brandon Sanderson journey because I am reading all of the Cosmere. I read the first Mistborn trilogy and that's all I've read so far because of my book buying ban. But I finally was able to get my hands on Warbreaker. This is the next one. I think this is a standalone. It literally says right here, a standalone novel of the Cosmere universe shared by the Stormlight Archive and the Mistborn Saga. Very interesting. I really, really wanted the hardback of this, but it's just not, it's not gonna happen because I don't want to spend over $20 for a book. I think that is ridiculous. Even on Amazon, the hardback is like $21 and I think it's just so crazy and I'm not gonna spend that. So I spent $12 on this bad boy. It says, oh, I am already not gonna be able to pronounce these words. Here, I'm gonna show you that word. Hello. See, like I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, capital of Hallandren is a colorful city by the sea where colorful crowds bustle through sunny streets and worship heroes who have been reborn as gods. Ruled by the silent and mysterious God King, the pantheon is nourished by offerings of breath, the life force that keeps them youthful. Exiled in Idris, the former royal family reluctantly betrothed a princess to the God King. Arriving in Titeller, she finds both the city and the marriage are not at all what she expected. Her only ally is Lightsong, a god who is skeptical of his own divinity, who fears that war with Idris is inevitable. Meanwhile, another new arrival, one who bears the sentient sword Nightblood, makes cunning plans based on the unique magic of Hallandren, which uses color to focus the power of breath, plans that could change the world. Sounds very interesting and I'm very excited to get to this. All right, next up we have the 4 books I got from Half Price Books. A few of these books were on my list I have previously mentioned, like Warbreaker was on there, Gravity Lost was on there, and this one, The Good Neighbors, was also on my list. It is a fairy graphic novel trilogy, and so yeah, I think let's just read the back. It says, the human and fairy realms have always been good neighbors, until now. Rue Silver's life isn't at all what it appears to be. Her mother has disappeared, and her father is being blamed for a murder. Is he guilty, or is there another truth behind it all? Rue digs deeper into her family's past and makes a startling discovery. Her mother is a fairy, forced to vanish back into the fairy realm because of a broken promise. In order to get her back, Rue must plunge into the depths of her own identity, and follow the sinister twist of her own fate. In The Good Neighbors, best-selling author Holly Black takes us into a new corner of her fairy world, a mysterious, unforgettable place full of threat, romance, and deadly illusion. I love Holly Black. She is one of my favorite authors. I've read 2 series by her so far and have loved everything I've read. I'm so happy to finally have this. At Barnes & Noble, it's like $15, and I just have a hard time buying a book when it's over like $12 or $13. And I found this at Half Price Books for like, I think $8. So I think that's a steal. I'm so happy to finally have this in my possession. Next, I got Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. She is one of my favorite authors as well. I've read 2 books from her so far, and I rated both of them 5 stars. This one, the cover just looks sad, and I'm probably gonna cry. It says, "This is a story of how my best friend disappeared, how nobody noticed she was gone except me, and how nobody cared until they found her 1 year later." I love that it barely gives you anything, but it gives you enough to make you want to read it. I'm so excited for this. And she always has just such good like commentary throughout the books, and like she's just incredible, and I love her writing so much. I am very eager to get into this one soon. Then I got The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. I've actually read this before. I read it last Christmas and I literally loved it so much, and I used to not have the bookshelves that I have now, so I didn't have space to keep books, so I used to get rid of everything that wasn't a 5-star. I do think I could reread this and give it a 5-star, but anyways, now I have space, and so I saw this and it was in the clearance section for $5, and I was like, I want to buy that so bad. So I got it, and I'm definitely going to be rereading this year. I'm so happy I was able to get my hands on it, because it's $20. The original price is insane, and so $5, I was like, yes, I am buying this. It says, from New York Times best-selling author Peter Swanson comes the spectacularly spine-chilling story of an American student spending the holidays in a British manor house, where she discovers dangerous secrets and a grim history hidden behind a seemingly charming Christmas celebration. It's so good, and it's not a cozy Christmas mystery. It's not cozy, it's an actual thriller, and it's so tiny and perfect, and I'm so excited to read this again. And finally, from Half Price Books, oh my goodness. This is another book that was on my list. This is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, but they just released these incredible new covers, and I just had to buy it. And here is the map it has. It's so cool. So originally this is $18. I got it for $15 at Half Price Books, which is like still not great, but I really wanted this. I don't even know what it's about. I don't know. I've just been drawn to it. So let's read the back of it together. A warrior princess trained in isolation, Lara is driven by 2 certainties. The first is that King Aaron of the Bridge Kingdom is her enemy, and the second is that she'll be the one to bring him to his knees. The only route through a storm-ravaged world, the Bridge Kingdom of Ithacana enriches itself and deprives its rivals, including Lara's homeland. So when she's sent there as a bride under the guise of peace, Lara is prepared to do whatever it takes to fracture its impenetrable defenses and the defenses of its king. Yet as she infiltrates her new home and gains a deeper understanding of the war to possess the bridge, Lara begins to question whether she's the hero or the villain. As her feelings for her husband transform into frosty hostility to fierce passion, Lara must choose which kingdom she'll save and which she'll destroy. I got a lot of books about people marrying kings. I think this is a 3rd one. This sounds so good, and it's so floppy. I love that so much. And finally, we have my birthday present to myself. I'm so excited to see these books. One of them was on my list, and one of them was like just a random book that I really wanted, and so I decided to get it for my birthday. But we have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I read Powerless and Powerful, and I gave them both 5 stars. They were so good. It's just like so bingeable. I just ate it up, and is it like the best, most original creative writing ever? No, but it's just good, and I really liked it. And this is book number 2 in the series. So Powerless is the first one. Powerful is a novella following the main character's best friend, and then this is the sequel. I'm so very excited to get into this. The very last book I have for you is one of my favorite books of the year so far, and I just got myself like a little special edition of it, and that is Dracula. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I wasn't quite knowing what to expect when I bought this. I just saw the cover and I was like, I really like this compared to a lot of other covers I've seen. But it's like, this is on the naked hardback. It almost feels like it's like cloth bound kind of material. And then the back says, "The children of the night, what music they make." And it has like garlic and a steak on it. That is incredible. And it's so tiny. Let's look at the font in here. And the font is good. Like, I feel like that's okay. Let me show you like the edition I have now compared to this one. So the edition I've had is like this tiny little one, and it just says like Dracula on it. And there's nothing special about it, and the font in this one is like really bad. So this is so good. I'm definitely gonna display this. Hi, it's me literally like 2 hours later. I went to Target to get some tortilla chips, and I ended up getting 3 more books because they had the buy 2 get 1 free deal going on. I didn't know it was only for Circle members, and I am not a Circle member, so I had to have someone help me sign up, and it took so long and I felt so awkward, but we did it. I got a free book. Let's just talk about these real quick. First, I got Pictures of You. This is by Emma Gray. I've never heard of this. It just came out this year, and the cover is so beautiful. It has like the sparkles on it. I love that. I tried my best to get this off. If you guys know any hacks to get these stickers off, please let me know. I'm gonna try like the blow dryer method, like where you blow dry it until it gets really hot and then peel it off. I'm gonna try that and do my best. But I saw this one, I was immediately attracted by the cover, and then I read the back and the girl has my name, so I had to buy it. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because the synopsis sounds good. Let me just read it for you. It says, Evie Hudson should be grieving her dead husband, but since the car crash that claimed his life and landed her in the hospital, she can't remember him at all. The only person who can help her piece her past together is her high school best friend, Drew Kennedy. When snippets of her memory start falling into place, Evie wonders exactly how she ended up in a life that couldn't be further from the one she dreamed of. This time around, she's seeing all the things she missed and the life she gets to choose again. It sounds so wonderful. I know this is gonna make me cry, and the feeling of it, I wish you could feel it. It feels so good. I mean, you can feel it at your local bookstore, but anyways, so then I also got The Traitor Queen. This is by Danielle L. Jensen. I just showed you that I bought the first book, which is, oh my gosh, The Bridge Kingdom. And then I saw this and I was like, well, I might as well get it because I'm probably gonna read that and really enjoy it, and then I might as well buy this one. So this is what the cover looks like. They're so beautiful, and again, it has like the really beautiful map in it. I'm just obsessed with how these look. They're so stunning. And finally, I got a book that I've been wanting for so long, but I don't even know why I haven't bought it, because I've wanted it for forever since it came out. And that is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I've never read a book from this author before. I know my friend Faith has read this and she really loved it. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy to finally have it. Very floppy. It also has like this edge on it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like really cool, and it looks like it's like ripped. But I'm very, very happy to have this one now. It says, at 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. And this book is basically about this woman who is the only one left in her family because the rest of her family has died, but she can no longer speak or communicate. The only way she can communicate is through typewriting. And there is this woman who, I'm pretty sure it's from her point of view, and she is the caretaker for the woman who supposedly killed her family. So the woman she's taking care of is typewriting these letters to her, basically explaining what happened. And people say the ending of this is like the craziest thing ever. I am so happy I finally have this now. I feel like I'm just gonna jump into this one pretty soon because it's just calling to me. These are the 9 books I bought for my birthday. I've wanted all of these for a very long time, and I feel like I did a very good job, and I didn't go too crazy, and I didn't really spend any of my money besides these 2 books right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.